Namaste and welcome to our channel. Elon Musk is the founder of Tesla car. He has a wealth of knowledge on how to become a successful man. To achieve something, you need to motivate yourself first. So, here I am with Elon Musk quotes to add some motivation into your life. These quotes will encourage you to become a successful person. Let's get started. If you are trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. I think life on earth must be about more than just solving problems. It's got to be something inspiring, even if it is vicarious. I think life on earth must be about more than just solving problems. It's got to be something inspiring, even if it is vicarious. Patience is a virtue, and I am learning patience. It's a tough lesson. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. Any product that needs a manual to work is broken. I would like to die on Mars, just not on impact. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office, and it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you are constantly thinking about what you have done and how you could be doing it better. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. If you want to grow a giant redwood, you need to make sure the seeds are okay, nurture the sapling, and work out what might potentially stop it from growing all the way along. Anything that breaks it at any point stops that growth. I think it matters whether someone has a good heart. Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket, as long as you control what happens to that basket. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day, otherwise, it's not. Really, the only thing that makes sense is to strive for greater collective enlightenment. If something is important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure. I just want to retire before I go senile, because if I don't retire before I go senile, then I will do more damage than good at that point. Physics is really figuring out how to discover new things that are counterintuitive, like quantum mechanics. It's really counterintuitive. It is theoretically possible to wrap space-time itself, so you are not actually moving faster than the speed of light, but it's actually space that's moving. I tend to approach things from a physics framework, and physics teaches you to reason from first principles rather than by analogy. People should pursue what they are passionate about. That will make them happier than pretty much anything else. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. If you are co-founder or CEO, you have to do all kinds of tasks you might not want to do. If you don't do your chores, the company won't succeed. No task is too menial. My biggest mistake is probably weighing too much on someone's talent and not on someone's personality. I think it matters whether someone has a good heart. Starting and growing a business is as much about the innovation, drive, and determination of the people behind it as the product they sell. The first step is to establish that something is possible, then probability will occur. Really pay attention to negative feedback and solicit it, particularly from friends. Hardly anyone does that, and it's incredibly helpful. What makes innovative thinking happen? I think it's really a mindset you have to decide. I think we have a duty to maintain the light of consciousness, to make sure it continues into the future. You should not do things differently just because they are different. They need to be better. As much as possible, avoid hiring MBAs. MBA programs don't teach people how to create companies. Don't delude yourself into thinking something's working when it's not, or you are going to get fixated on a bad solution. You should take the approach that you are wrong. Your goal is to be less wrong. You get paid in direct proportion to the difficulty of problems you solve. I think it would be great to be born on Earth and die on Mars, just hopefully not at the point of impact. Constantly seek criticism. A well thought out critic of whatever you are doing is as valuable as gold. If you need inspiration, don't do it. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better. One of the biggest mistakes we made was trying to automate things that are super easy for a person to do, but super hard for a robot to do. One of the really tough things is figuring out what questions to ask. Once you figure out the question, then the answer is relatively easy. Every person in your company is a vector. Your progress is determined by the sum of all vectors. I would like to die thinking that humanity has a bright future. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. You want to have a future where you are expecting things to be better, not one where you are expecting things to be worse. You have to be pretty driven to make it happen. Otherwise, you will just make yourself miserable. Thank you for listening to us.